Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-hosts, Steve Akeley and Miss Beka Sue. Today we are talking about how we met in person the first time.
Hey gang, what's up? Hey! We're in front of a live studio audience. Let's hear it, gang! First time we've ever done this, a live studio audience for the Bourbon Daily.
From Arnold, Missouri.
Live from Arnold, Missouri. Pretty cool. So our topic is going to be first time we met one another face to face, which is pretty. There's some epic stories to both of these two. So that's pretty cool. We'll get to that after the break, though. For right now, we also took an audience. We asked them what should be the topic, and they came up with, what do we prefer and why, breakfast or brunch? What do we think?
That came from Shot, who's banned from shows, I think.
Right. Right.
Is he?
Yeah, he got banned from the shows. Okay. Because Shot is super animated and all that, and then you get him on the shows, he's like, oh, it's a good day today. It turns into Eeyore. I was like, I'm trying to do a fucking show here, you know? We got to have some excitement, some enthusiasm. Yeah, I like
bourbon. It's all right.
Bourbon's fine. So he got banned. So, yeah, he's no longer, you don't hear Shot on the show, so. That was intentional. So, what do you think?
I'm never present for breakfast, so big on brunch, and brunch is socially acceptable to start drinking, so I'm a big fan of brunch.
Big fan of brunch, okay.
Also, you can get lunch food. I don't really like breakfast food, so it's...
Really? You don't like...
Well, I don't eat pork, and that's all the breakfast meats, so there's really not a lot there for me.
Right.
It's brunch.
Okay. And what's the reason why you don't eat pork? Because it's always
disgusting. They have cysts inside them, and also pigs are pretty cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pigs are cute. But when you get a pizza, you get a pepperoni pizza.
But I pick them off.
Do you eat the pepperonis that you eat?
No, she picks them off.
Why do you get pepperoni pizza?
Because it looks dumb without toppings.
And
why don't you get like
a cheese pizza?
Well, no, right. If you want, like, why don't you get like a vegetable?
Because I don't want that on my pizza.
But you don't want the pepperoni either.
Right, but it just looks better.
It just looks better.
It's aesthetically pleasing if you have the pepperoni.
And you can't say, I give it to my dogs, because we've been traveling. We go to different events and stuff like that. You'll order pizza, and you always get pepperoni, and you pick off the pepperoni. And the dogs aren't there.
I know, but at home I give them to my dogs. But like if somebody was like, oh, can I have those? I'd be like, have at it. Or I throw them away.
You double up on your pepperoni with your liquid too. So, yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. I tell you, one time in Key West, we were telling Key West stories before this, but one time in Key West, McNew was there, and she had drank too much, and she decided she wasn't feeling well, so she goes and vomits in the bushes over there. And then the next day, an iguana comes popping out, and he's got vomit all over him.
No.
Yes!
You're fucking
lying. He has no way to shower. That's true.
There's an ocean?
There's there's an ocean. He didn't do it. There's even a pool there. He could have gotten the pool.
That really could have been anybody, though. You know how many people throw up in Key West?
Sure.
Nobody knows
Just
that was
by
me.
chance.
Could have been anybody.
It could have been anyone.
Comes crawling out of the same area where you were the night before. So, yeah, ocean. Yeah. Beka, what do you think? Breakfast or brunch?
I love breakfast food served with alcohol.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the more breakfast side of brunch.
Yes.
Like I want brunch because there's alcohol served with brunch generally. But I don't like lunch food is, it's good sometimes, but
Right.
I like breakfast food served with booze.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to brunch to get breakfast stuff.
Yes.
Like breakfast shots too. Those
Okay.
those are always good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not sure. I don't think you take any breakfast shots, but
No, but I think this is a slam dunk question for brunch because you got everything that you have at breakfast, plus you have other choices as well.
And I'll say this.
Yeah.
Something that's fun about brunch is so you get like some breakfast food sort of, and then you get like a side of fries with some like ranch to dip it
Right.
in, and then you have like an omelet.
Uh-huh.
And like that makes it fun, like mixing the two together.
Right.
You can get like an appetizer too, because there's
Yeah.
like not a lot of breakfast appetizers.
Right.
So-
Anything goes at brunch.
Brunch isn't timed. I feel like you could have a 2 hour
It's always
brunch.
time.
No.
Brunch is always, they always have like, it's fucking noon
yeah.
to 2. And then they cut it off.
Yeah,
No more
but
free
you can,
mimosas.
keep going on with your day. Like,
Yeah, you
like
can.
breakfast is like.
but brunch literally has a cutoff. It's like the
I know.
worst thing ever.
But it's like 2 hours. So you're not having a 2 hour breakfast typically.
Yeah, like breakfast
That's
is like
well, that's
30
definitely
minutes.
If it's
brunch.
brunch, you do.
Well, yeah.
Because you're getting
Yeah,
tanked
Well,
at
that's,
brunch.
yes, correct.
The point of brunch is to get tanked at brunch.
True. True. Didn't you get banned from drinking it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brunch? That's what I thought.
We were called the Mimosa Girls.
Yeah.
Listen, that's why you don't have bottomless mimosas.
Right.
And actually they stopped doing bottomless mimosas at this also worked. It was a country club, so it was like the nice spot in town. And we went out there like bottomless mimosas. That sounds like a blast. And we just kept doing it. We'd get them in. We'd say it was like a stoplight, and so you'd have 3 of them, and then you'd chug each one. But also, if you had one in front of you, and you finished yours, and your friend hadn't finished hers yet, she has to finish hers if you already finished yours. And so we chugged a lot of mimosas that day. And after we did stoplight and chugged 3 in a row, me and Ashley looked at each other and we were like, we got to go to the bathroom. And we ran to the bathroom. Unfortunately, and listen, I understand this is awful. Unfortunately, there was a child in there, and we ran in there all over. It was like a scary movie. It was awful. And we like puked everywhere. And we walk over. Do you guys have a mop? It was really awful. And then after that, they stopped doing bottomless mimosas, and we didn't go back there for a long time. And then we actually talked to the manager, and he was like, we're like, oh, you're the manager at the country club? He's like, yeah. And we're like, oh, yeah, we love the bottomless mimosas you guys do. He goes, oh, we stopped doing that. And we're like, why? He said, there's some girls who like got annihilated apparently. And they puked all over the bathroom.
In front of a kid.
In front of a child. And we were like, that was us. He's like, oh, we call you guys the mimosa girls. And I was like, oh, I'm real. So clearly I like brunch.
You do. You are a brunch fan. So, and I agree. Brunch is the way to go for sure. So,
Yeah.
So there you go. We're all on the same page. Brunch is where it's at. On that note, it's time to drink. We're all drinking a pretty special one here. Beka, you want to do the ceremonial cork pop? We're only drinking one thing here. So what do we got? Yeah, that one.
This is from Tony. He brought us a special bottle for our retirement, or for some of us, we're being
laid off.
Laid off. Some people are retiring, some people are being let go.
Shit can.
Yeah.
It happens. But he brought some Four Roses small batch, the 50th anniversary.
The Big Al Young one. Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Well loved,
Well, that's
especially
definitely
in the past hour.
Yes. We've about killed it on him.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything.
Okay. A little base left. That was it. That's about all that was there. So cool stuff. All right. What we're going to do next, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about, what's the topic of the day?
How we all met in person.
How we all met in person. That's right. So the first time. So there's some good stories there. We'll get to that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
My name is Ryan Thompson. I'm a billionaire who buys stupid scotch, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Live studio audience.
Live studio audience!
Yeah, applause.
I need an applause sign. I need an applause sign. We've never done this before.
No, we haven't. Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're sharing how we all met in person.
Yes, we are. So, this is some fun stuff. So, I met McNew in person first.
Yep. In New Orleans the first time.
In New Orleans, so...
Wait, that's when me and you met.
I think that was the next year. We met at...
2018?
Yeah.
So
we
I
met in
went
2017 or 20...
Yeah, no, it was 2018.
Was it the very first year?
So it was actually year 2, I guess. So I went to 2017, then we met in 2018, then I met you in 2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you came the year we had the mansion, when we all stayed in the same place.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah, we did like an MTV thing where we all stayed in the same house. Lots of crazy stories from that, if you can imagine. So, but McNew's just at the first one, and we had a couple other people there and stuff like that.
Andrea was there.
Yeah, yep. And then McNew shows up. Again, we're all staying at the same place and stuff like that. And McNew shows up and proceeds to get annihilated at the event we go to.
As you get a little overserved.
He sounds so
sometimes.
judgy.
He
I
does,
know,
so judgy. We're not all 6'6" and can drink all day, Steve.
We're sitting there, and I knew she was done. First of all, there's some guy like hanging on her and talking to her, and she's drinking, and she just drops her glass. And then the whole place turns around and looks at her, and I was like, I think we're done. I think we need to get out of here.
I'm actually still very good friends with him.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So we end up leaving, and we get back to the place where we're staying, and McNew says, I need help getting my shoes off. Like, okay. All right, let's help her get her shoes off. So we get her shoes off, and then she's like, someone's going to have to brush my teeth. And I'm like, no way. You're an adult. Go over there and brush your teeth. She's like, I can't. I'm too drunk. So,
Like, I was just crashed out on this couch. Like, there was a couch, like, right inside the door. And I just kind of, like...
we had to remove all the stuff because there's, like, a glass table. We thought middle of the night she's going to crash through that thing. So we totally rearranged the living room to make it McNew-proof, like a toddler. We had to toddlerize the room for McNew.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then, so McNew is not, she's, you got to brush my teeth. And I'm like, no. She's like, what's the polite thing to do? It's the polite thing to do, okay?
It's a polite thing to do.
Yes. And then I was like, no, I'm not brushing your teeth. Anybody else? No one wants to brush McNew's teeth. So we're like, we'll get you, what if we got you a bowl from the kitchen and your toothbrush and your toothpaste and a cup so you can rinse, and she's like, no, someone needs to brush my teeth for me. We're like, we're not doing it. And she's like, you have to. I'm like, no. And then, so then I'm like, all right, thank you, McNew. I'm going to bed. Good night. And we all leave and go to bed. And McNew's yelling, you got to brush my teeth. It's the polite thing to do. I heard this until I shut my door and turned on a fan. So I go, as I'm turning the fan on, I hear, it's the polite thing to do.
Oh God, that was a great first time impression.
That was our first time meeting McNew. That was our first time. So
I will say, no matter how annihilated I get, I still take my contacts out and brush my teeth. I couldn't do it in New Orleans. I needed help.
Good.
Resident hygienist. I'm proud of
I used to be a dental assistant.
Oh, Dawn, if you would have been there, you could have brushed your teeth.
That would have been good for her.
That would've been
Yeah,
good.
she would have been thankful for
a
that.
bottle of bourbon, man.
So we fast forward a year, same event, New Orleans Bourbon Festival. By this time, McNew's just integrated into the group. She's just normal. We're used to her things. No one's brushing her teeth, but we're used to her at this point. Beka shows up. She was the last one to arrive, and she finally shows up, and we're all sitting around a table. And Beka finally makes.
Steve's gonna try to say right now that I was drunk.
She was drunk when she showed
wasn't
up.
drunk.
She was. She sits on a chair and immediately falls over.
The chair broke. That chair broke, and they're like, "Whoa, you must be trash!" And I'm like, "I'm not fucking trash." They're like, "You're annihilated." I'm like, "I'm not annihilated." I was like, "I fucking hate these people." I was like, "I fucking hate. Why did I agree to come down here?"
It was.
Now
a
I did
wild
get
time.
annihilated, but I was not annihilated at that point quite yet.
Yeah. It was something. We had a huge house.
Massive house.
Massive house,
Yeah.
and lots of rooms and stuff like that, and and it was just shenanigans. I mean, people drinking and
Just
people getting kicked out of rooms because they snored. And it was like, oh, you got to go sleep in the hallway, and just all kinds of crazy stuff.
And it was such a mix of people. Like,
Yeah.
it was
so
actually
many
the
people.
coolest
It was
bourbon
so fun.
festival ever because I didn't really know anyone exactly, but I didn't like people who were bourbon famous. I didn't really care because
Right.
I didn't know anyone. I didn't really give a shit if they were like oh, there's Freddie No and there's Fred No, cool, whatever. I don't really care. And there's
Right.
Brent Elliott. I didn't know. I was just a drunk girl at a festival, and I'm like, "You got anything underneath the table, Brent?" And he's like, "Who are you?" I'm like,
Miss Beka Sue.
"Miss Beka Sue, I'm a media." And they're just like, "Who the fuck is this drunk girl running around?" And I was just being drunk everywhere, running around.
Yeah.
And just being a nightmare, frankly.
Yeah.
To everyone and anyone that I could.
It's easy to do.
Us, yeah. And me and you and Justine, I think we went
Not
out.
a day.
Ooh, yeah, we got just trashed.
We had the
And
three of them
then was
stacked
it-
in the same room. So
And
it was
then
hilarious.
did we have Phil Collin? Was me and you and Phil Collin, or was that
Phil
me and
might have been
Justine
there.
and Phil that all went out the one day?
I think we took Phil with
I think
us.
me
He
and
kinda
you,
just
I
tagged
think me and
along
you
with
and
it.
Phil
Yeah.
all went out, and we just got and Phil is like the nicest guy.
It's like America's
and he's
Dad.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
just a dad,
America's- yeah.
and he's out with me and McNew,
Yeah.
and like we
Just
arrived
running
back.
the streets of New
Yeah.
Orleans.
Yeah.
That was something else.
Yeah.
But we had fun.
It was a
We had
blast.
fun. You see all kinds of quirks. There's one guy just walked around in his tidy whities the whole time, and he's like, well, "That's what I do at home." Like, you're not at home. We got men and women here, people who don't even know you. "That's how I do it at my house." Well, you're not at your house. At your house, anything goes. You're not at your house. Yeah. So. Yeah. What are you gonna
And then
do?
the next time that I saw you, so there was that year. And then what's funny is, so that year at New Orleans was the first time I met Royce,
Yes.
who is now my husband. I met him for like 3 seconds. I was like, this guy sucks.
He was down there with his parents.
And
was
we
down
met
with
for
his
like
parents.
3 seconds, and I was like, whatever. And then they have a whole like cha-cha line walking around, like of who won at the Bourbon Festival. And they were walking, and I see Barbara, and she's like, "Where are the Neelys at?" And I was like, "You passed them." And I was like, "They're back that way." And she turned around and walked back the other way to go find me and give them their first award, which is pretty cool.
That's the first time
And it
you
was
ever
funny
won
because
a
I was like,
whiskey.
Neelys are back that way. And she's like, "Oh, thanks." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." And so that was kind of hilarious. And then, but that was the first time I met Royce, and the second time was in Key West.
Yep.
And Rick Brenner was keeping him up
Yeah.
the whole night. Royce was trying to make some moves, which was pretty funny.
Yes.
And
We-
Rick Brenner wouldn't go down.
the guy, the legend there.
The legend he was like, Royce is trying to make moves. Rick's like, "Let's get annihilated."
Right.
And Royce is like, "Yeah, we can stay up.
Oh.
Like, you can stay up all night."
Rick
He was.
Brenner would just drink like he had a hollow leg. He'd just drink and drink and drink. He was always the last one to go to bed because he'd stay out with whoever the
Yep.
night owls were. then he was the first one up at breakfast. Him and Steve Beam were always the first ones up at breakfast. And but
I was chugging beer that night.
right. And Royce is like, okay, the guy was like 60 years old at the time. He's like, you know what? We can't shake him, and we don't want to be rude. He's not figuring out that I want to be with Beka. So he's like, all right, we're gonna get a drink, and then we're gonna move places every time. Oh, I'm gonna walk this guy out. He's gonna be. He stayed up with him.
Didn't work.
No, Royce is bouncing
3 a.m.
around like an hour down there, down this way. Like
Didn't work.
Rick
And I
stayed
think
there
Danny
the whole time.
Kennard too.
Not Danny.
Danny was there.
No,
Oh,
that was
no.
Paul was there.
no. It was what's his name?
Russell.
Russell
Creed.
Creed was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell was there. So
And I was chugging beer that night at
yeah, you won a contest.
I did.
Beer chugging contest.
Beer chugging contest. And it was funny because did some beer spill when I was chugging it? Yes. But the other girls, so they're like, oh, the girls beer chugging contest. The girl went before me. It took her like 14 seconds to chug a pint of beer. And I was like, that's like awful. Like that's not even like that's stupid. And so I was like, they're like, anybody else want to chug it? See if they can win. And I'm like, yeah, like obviously, like
Here's how you do it.
anyone else can just drink a beer and win on that one.
You said,
And
hold
so
my beer as I chug.
And so I went, and some poor, like when you're chugging a beer out of a pint glass, like whatever. And so some spilled, like, that girl spilled her beer though. And I was like, and I still fucking drank it faster than you because I still chugged most of it. Some of it spilled. I was done in like 5 seconds. Like, well, we'll add an extra second on to Docker, but I still won.
Still won.
And it was a blast. Just
Yeah.
chugging beers down in Key West.
Yep. And then shortly thereafter, next thing you know, you two
Oops.
get together and stay together. And then COVID hits, and he was worried because it was like, again, you got to go back.
We didn't know what was going to
You got
happen.
to go to the beginning times that they're talking about you can't travel. There's certain states you can't go there. It's like, well, how did we even get here? And so she goes to Kentucky while she could still travel, and then gets there, and then they've been together ever since.
I traveled so much during COVID. It was actually really like I was on so many planes alone. They're like no traveling. I'm like, this is actually the safest place to be because
Right.
no
on
one's
here.
in the airport. No one's on the planes. I had like 4 other people on the planes with me every time I flew. I was like, this is great. This is what a blast. Other than the mask part, but
Right.
I was flying all over the place, back and forth to North Dakota and back to Kentucky and pretty much everywhere.
Before we wrap this show up, I want to go to both of you because we kind of went through from my perspective. First time you met me, McNew, what do you think?
You're exactly who you are on the podcast.
yeah.
Like, and you think that you're like a shy person, but I'm like, Steve's personality is always Steve's personality.
Taller than I thought.
He is taller than I thought too.
I think it's me.
Oh,
I think
that
it's
is
me
a
short.
Huge person. But
Lot taller than I thought.
you were exactly what I thought you'd be.
Okay. What about you, Becca? Finally met you?
Lot taller.
Just taller. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that you were.
Squatty.
Yeah, I think a little bit like.
Yeah. So there you go.
And I was like, holy shit!
You
I
were
was like,
picturing
Steve's
like a
tall.
Danny DeVito situation.
I was like, yeah, I did. Yes, I had no idea that he was
Danny
tall.
DeVito. That's what we have to.
No, that's like
Danny DeVito. Yeah.
But I was like, holy shit! I'm like, Steve's tall. I was like, I had no idea that Steve was tall.
Yeah. there
I
you go.
literally thought that I thought he'd be like a normal size tallness
Right.
man, and I was like, oh, Steve's he's pretty
Super
fucking tall.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Depending on the
He's
shoes.
shrinking now. But
Oh no, hush. 6'3", sometimes in the shoes 6'4". So it's I like the way
yeah,
that.
which is a surprise. I was like, what the hell? I was like, Steve's tall?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Absolutely.
And I think you guys were surprised I was tall too.
Yeah. I was surprised both of you were tall. When I met McNew too, I was like, okay, she's tall. So yeah. For sure. So there you go. Well, great show. We appreciate our live audience. We're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Becca, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, McNew, how about you?
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley across all social media. ABVnetwork.com. That's where you can listen to our shows. ABVBarrelShop.com. It's where you can find out what's going on at the ABV Barrel Shop. And also check me out on Bourbon Sasquatch. For today, gang, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya! Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.